Hello, family and friends. This is Harold Smith coming to you from MUSC in Charleston, South Carolina. This is the place that I received my kidney transplant on October the 4th, 2011. This experience of a kidney transplant was a life-changing experience. Not only from a physical standpoint and a physical health, it certainly I was able to maintain my quality of life because of this kidney transplant. But it was also a spiritual transformation and a life-changing experience spiritually. I remember right after the surgery, my kidney transplant surgery, I got up out of my bed, hospital bed, and walked down the hall with my two daughters, Kim and Sabrina, and Marcella, to ring the donor's bell in honor of my donor, who was a 50-year-old lady who had died in an automobile accident. And I remember as I rung that bell, I was just overcome with emotion of gratitude for this gift of life. It was just something that I can't adequately describe, but it was a life-changing experience. Now today, I'm here at MUSC again. I just recently had a skin cancer tumor removed from the right side of my temple, and it was cancerous. And today I began 6.5 weeks treatment of radiation. Now, right before I spoke with my doctor, but right before I had my radiation treatment, the doctors had told me, well, I've got bad news for you and I've got good news for you. Well, the bad news, he said, was that this tumor could have killed me if untreated. But the good news is that it is treatable. And so that's what I am doing today. I'm beginning this radiation treatment to ensure that this cancer does not return to the same area. I had one surgery and it came back immediately. And now I've had the second surgery, and so we're at MUSC doing radiation. And I have a few pictures for you of that experience, which is also very unique. When you have these types of experiences, it causes one to ask the question, Lord, why have you chosen to bless me with all the suffering that people go through and all the tragic stories that are around us? I have to ask the question, Lord, why have you chosen me to bless me? And I do consider myself extremely blessed. And with the quality of life that I'm able to maintain, even with these situations that have come upon me. And I must confess to you that I don't know why God has chosen to bless me. I cannot answer that question. But I do know that I have opportunities further opportunities to be of witness. And so the important message that I have for all of you is that there is bad news, but yet there's good news. And the bad news is that there are so many people in our society today that they say they believe in God. But the bad news is that is not enough. Jesus tells us in our scripture there's going to be many who's going to say, Lord, Lord. And Jesus is going to say, depart from me because I never knew you. But then the good news is that we have the gospel. And for us to be right with God, Scripture tells us, and specifically in Romans chapter 10, verses 9 and 10, that we are to confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord. And that we're to believe in our heart that God raised Jesus from the dead. And it's more just than just believing in God. We must confess it publicly from our mouth and believe in our heart that Jesus died for our sins. And so that's the confession of faith that all of us must make in order to be right with God. And I am so glad that I made that profession of faith many, many years ago. And my challenge to all of my friends and families, and the most important thing that I can ask of you, have you made that profession of faith? And if you haven't made that profession of faith, then I pray that you'll do it today. And I am so thankful for all of my family and friends who have expressed concern for my health and your prayers. And I cherish, I deeply cherish your friendship, your support, your encouragement, and your prayers. And thank you for that. And I am so confident, and my spirits are so up. I have so much confidence in my doctors. I have so much confidence in everyone's prayers, and my faith right now is very, very strong. And thank you for your support. Have a great day.